Have you ever wanted to wake up just a little bit earlier, right? But every single time that you try, you always find yourself waking up just a little bit later, like maybe at 8 or 9, but then you really would just want to get up maybe at 7 or 6. Trust me, I felt that, and I actually found a way that actually helped me start getting up at 5 in the morning when before I actually started getting up at like 9 at every single day. I literally would sleep in all the freaking time. So let's hop straight in.
Hey, Future G on here. Just was editing this video and just wanted to give you a clarification. So the mic is obviously not that great. I'm kind of using the mic from the camera right now, and so it's because kind of redesigning the whole room. This is when it's finished, so that's great. But couldn't find it, but now, as you can see, I found it. And so for those of you on podcast land, it might feel a little bit different. It might hear not as great as it sounds right now. Just wanted to give you a fair warning before you listen to everything, but it's going to be really good. Let's tune right back in.
Hey, and welcome. This is the Why Approach podcast. Here we just basically prioritize value over virality, and it's just I want to provide as much value that I've received in my own life, things that I've learned, things that I've been taught, so that I can help other people know this. Because not many people know the things that I know. Not to say that in a whole I'm better way, but I just know that there's something valuable in some things that I've learned and everything that you guys have learned too. And I just want to share this on this platform. So let's dive straight in. So, like I was talking about before, I would constantly and consistently always get up really, really late in the day. Like, I would always tend to sleep late or even sleep at a normal time, but always I would have a super hard time of even getting up in the morning. And I knew I needed to break this because I knew I wanted to be disciplined, right? I wanted to become someone different, someone who's not like the average person, the average 20-year-old who always sleeps in and everything like that. No, I wanted to be different. And so I started doing some things that actually took me from getting up at 9 a.m. in the morning to actually getting up all the way up at 5 in the morning, every single morning. I do that every single morning, except on the weekends, because that's where I like to, rest and stuff. And there are some things that actually have helped me doing that. And so I'm going to go over some of those things. And first, I'm going to go over the actual technique that actually let me get up earlier. And then afterwards, I'm going to be talking about what are some things that helped me stay up once I was up that early? Because, it always gets hard sometimes, right? Basically, the way I did it, it was very simple, but also very tedious to do. So, what I would do is every single week, I would basically the time that I would get up would be a little bit different than the time before. So, for instance, remember, I said started waking up at 9 in the morning, right? So, what I would do is that every single week that I would be moving forward, I'd be shifting the wake up time 15 minutes before. So, for instance, the first week, I was still waking up at 9 in the morning all the time, right? But the next week, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 8:45, right? And so then that week, I would wake up at 8:45. Then the next week, and then I would wake up at 9:30, and then the next week it would be 9:15. And so I know for some people they'd be like, "Oh, why don't I just do that daily?" For me, I could not do that because if I just go straight from, I try to do it cold turkey, like without any adjustments. And so when I did that, I went from 9 a.m. straight to 5 a.m. Did not get up. I found myself super disappointed in myself. I was just like, man, I can't do this. I was too tired. Really, like my body was just so not used to it. And it was so much more difficult than it really needed to be. And so what I decided to do was actually make it more incremental instead. And so basically what I was talking about, getting up 15 minutes earlier every single week. And that's how it played out until I got to the time of just 5 o'clock. And then that's where my body is like, oh yeah, this is good. I tried doing a little earlier and then my body was like, yo, this is way too much. Like you're up way too early. And I was like, I'm fine with that. 5 is a really good number for me. Because I know for me, the reason why I want to get up earlier is so that I can just get more out of the day. I can have my devotional time. I can pray more. I can focus on the things that I know I need to do, and I can think more, have more clarity in the morning rather than rushing and trying to do everything at the same time, rushing out the door, trying to go to work, or just rushing onto my computer just to sign into work or anything like that. No, I just want some time to relax, to really reflect, to make sure that I am ready for the day and that I can control my body with the discipline that I know I'm supposed to have, right? And so basically, it's something super simple. Literally, just get up 15 minutes earlier every single week that the week passes. And then you'll get to the number that you want to go to. Now, it may not be as fast as you want to. But guess what? Any real positive change does not happen as fast as some of the changes that don't really happen. Because I tell you, every other change that's super easy is super easy to change right back to the way it was. And so when I was doing this the way I get up, now my body is more attuned to actually getting up at that time because now I just wake up overall earlier. Unless I had a really tiring day, worked super hard, my body's exhausted, that kind of thing. Those are basically the exceptions. However, when you keep doing this, your body gets attuned to this stuff. Your body gets used to it, and then it's more like you don't need an alarm, but your body kind of wakes you up just a little bit. And you're just like, whoa, okay, I feel like I should be awake by now. But you like, even if you don't want to, you have the ability to then get up early, even in the days you want to sleep in, right? Because we all want those, right? Vacations, weekends, whatever like that. We basically go to sleep, and then when that time comes, our body's normally thinking that it's supposed to be awake. However, we can give it basically the ability to sleep in. And that's like one of the best feelings ever when you actually have the ability to sleep in, right? When you're just like, man, like I got up, I got a good enough rest, but like I would just love to sleep a little bit more. And you have the time to because you already get up so much earlier anyways. And plus it's a rest day, so you can just take as much time as you want. Those are literally the best feelings. Basically something super, super simple. 15 minutes earlier every single week. Now, here's the difficult part. A lot of people, and I know because I've had small groups, I've talked to many people like Lily say they have a serious tough time even getting up in the morning. And I understand it because I literally was the same way. I would literally hit my alarm, sit on my bed to try and wake myself up, and then just fall back asleep. And then 2 hours later, I'm awake and frustrated and disappointed in myself because I wanted to be different. I wanted to commit myself to waking up early, and I didn't do it. And that really frustrates me, and it affected my confidence and everything like that. So I was trying to see many things that I could do, like very simple things that I can actually make me keep myself awake, right? So this room is empty. However, if you come with me over here, around over here, yeah, this would be a shelf. And over here, I would have my alarm clock. Now, typically, where you guys are right now, that's where my bed is. And so I'd be sleeping on this side of the room. So it's all the way on the other side. My alarm is all the way on the other side. So I would have to then get up and then normally hit snooze or turn off my alarm so that I'm already out of bed rather than my alarm clock is right next to me on like my bed or countertop or whatever. I just hit it and then I can easily go back to sleep. Rather, I'll make the thing that I don't want to do very difficult and make the thing I want to do very easy because it's easier to stay up when you're already walked a couple steps to then hit your alarm. And then one thing I also do is I turn on my light always in the morning. I always turn on my light to make sure that like my eyes are not just adjusted to the dark because when it's dark, easily you can go back to sleep. But when you have light literally blaring your eyes and you're super blinded, it's kind of hard. It's a little bit harder to go back to sleep at that point. And so those are the two things that I do, at least one of the two things. So first, it's basically setting up an alarm, your phone or whatever like that, all the way on across the room, like across away from you, where you can hear it and where it'll wake you up. However, you have to get up in order to do so. You have to make yourself do some physical activity in order to get that sound off or light, however, whatever alarm you really use, pretty much. And then one thing I do is just I make it really difficult right after to even go back to bed, which for me is just turning on my light, which is super simple. And the light switch is literally right near it. What I do is just basically flip on the light, I blind myself for 2 seconds, and then the immediate thing I do afterwards is I go to the bathroom, use the bathroom, do whatever, but I pour water on my face. Cool water to put on my face. I drink some water from a faucet or whatever like that. And I drink water to hydrate myself because when you start drinking something, your stomach actually starts to start moving. So your body's like a reawakening and stuff. You can get hungry at times because your body's like, oh, now I'm finally using energy. Now I have to expend energy. So I need something in my stomach. It keeps you more awake, right? And when you drink water, it rejuvenates you because obviously when we're sleeping, we get super dehydrated because it uses all the water in our system. And so we have to drink probably a glass of water. I always keep my water bottle with me pretty much. So I keep the light on and then I do my morning routines afterwards. And then after that, I'm pretty much just awake, and I'm just like, well, there's no use in going back to bed because I kind of want to do the things that I said I would do. Those are just super easy, simple things. It's very interesting when I see people and when I hear people say, like, oh, that's too difficult for me to even get up in the morning like that early. Or a lot of people call me crazy when they hear me say, oh, I get up at 5 in the morning like every weekday. Today I got up at 5 in the morning. And they're like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, what do you have to do? Do you have something at 6? I'm like, no. The funny thing is, I don't work. I don't have anything dedicated for me. Like, no one relies on me until that 9 o'clock. And so people look at me just like, whoa, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, why would the heck you do that to yourself? And I'm just like, I need to discipline myself because, again, moving back to what we've talked about in previous episodes, I've had a porn addiction. So that means I need my discipline up because I didn't have any impulse control at that point, right? So I need to build my discipline up and say no to what my body wants in order to be free. So this is just helping me become more free and actually submit myself to God and everything like that. And so it helps me become more disciplined. Not saying that everyone has to get up early, but if you want to become more disciplined, this is something you can definitely do that will help you so much in that journey to become more disciplined as a person. When I started getting up early, like I tell them all the time, this is what I need to do in order to actually get ahead of my day because I don't want to get up late. I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want to be running around with like a chicken with its head cut off, like trying to do everything at once, right? Trying to get my clothes and trying to take a shower, then trying to brush my teeth and trying to eat breakfast just in time to then log onto my computer and do everything. Or then even find time to go to the gym. No, like I just want enough time to do everything. And doing this at this time actually gives me just enough time. Because when I wake up, take maybe 5 minutes to do whatever I need to do, like to actually wake myself up. And then I just go into an hour morning routine. Now that sounds a lot, but really I'm just doing 6 things for 10 minutes, pretty much. I'm just reading, I'm praying, I'm reading my Bible, doing some devos, um, some visualization work, and then I do some of the programs that I'm part of, and I do like checking everything. But like that's after I've already been an hour awake. I don't check my phone until it's like an hour later from when I woke up, and that's really important because I know before I used to start looking at my phone immediately when I got up, and so that's when I go to Instagram, go to TikTok, go to YouTube, and instantly I just already get distracted, and that would set the mood for the entire day and making me more distracted every single hour because I couldn't focus. Like if I didn't get up and start focusing on something, then I won't be able to focus as well later in the afternoon. I literally wouldn't. And so the reason why I get up in the morning is because so I can set up my day properly, so I can keep it going for real, and I can keep it going right, not mess up. Like I want to keep myself disciplined. I want to keep myself ready for anything that comes up, and I let myself know that I'm like, dude, I can do anything. If I just got up at 5 in the morning, I'm feeling great. I did this whole morning routine. I feel great. Then I go to the gym afterwards, got a great pump or whatever. Come back, eat breakfast, chill for a little bit, then go to work. I feel great. I already won the whole morning. That's literally great. I did so much stuff, and I'm not even feeling tired. It all could have happened if I just incrementally got up to that place. And obviously, it was a little frustrating because of how slow I took it, but my body adjusts moderately slow, at least to sleep and everything. So that's what I did. You can do it differently. Could be an hour every week. I don't know, go hard or whatever. You can do whatever the frick you want. But I'm saying, like, this is the thing that I did, and I think it can help some other people because I know there are people out there who are similar to me who are just like, I just want to be better. I want to prepare myself for my future. I want to provide for my future family, for my future whoever you may care about, whatever goals that you aspire in the future, and you want to make sure that you are different from the rest of the world. And I tell you, just something as simple as just getting up a little bit earlier changes the game, man. It literally changes the game. Not only for how other people see you, but how your life is as a result of it. Because literally everything changes. You become more confident in yourself. You become everything that you wanted to be, really. And you get so much more out of the day, and you just do so much more. And it feels like your days are actually full, rather than like, oh, my day just started and it's already in the afternoon. Like when you wake up at like 10 o'clock in the morning because you just got 2 hours in the afternoon and you're like, whoa, I missed my whole morning. Well, by doing this, by waking up early, you actually take control of your day and not let your day take control of you, because like when you get up late, you're not controlling your actions. It's the time telling you what to do, because you get up at 8:30, you need to be at work by 9. The time is telling you what to do. You need to get everything done so freaking fast. You need to go take a shower, go eat something in the shower while brushing your teeth, everything like that. And then drive all the way to work or log into your computer however you want to. And then you didn't find time to go to the gym because you're already tired from work afterwards. Your time is telling you what to do. It's not the other way around. Like a lot of people think, oh, I want to sleep later so that I can be freer with my time. Like they think that's a decision to make them more free. No, it's just making you a prison of your own time. That's the facts. Because when you sleep in late and you have duties and responsibilities that are at certain times, like work, maybe a schedule, like appointments, whatever, you're allowing your time to tell you what to do. And you're not actually controlling it. You're just, the time is telling you what you need to do, and you only get the things you need to do rather than the things you want to do. And that's why you seem like you're not going anywhere. Because the fact is, you're not. It's just that you're stuck in this perpetual cycle of just keep on going and growing in a hamster wheel, and it feels like you can't never get out. I know. I felt that. It's so freaking annoying. It is annoying. But guess what? There's a way out. There's always a way out. Spiritually and also physically, in this literal, just practical thing that you could do, which is just getting up early. And it's as simple as just making sure that weeks at a time, you get up a little bit earlier each week. And then finally, you can get to the place where you want to be, the time that you want to get up. And so, whatever that time may be for you, I hope this helps you. And really, that's all for today. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for watching this, not watching this, I don't really care. But I know you got this. Let me know in the comments below or whatever like that, that you tell me like what time you're trying to get up in the morning, or do you relate to any of this? Is this actually a struggle for anyone out there? Because I have no idea. Let's throw this in the heap of the internet. Sure, why not? And so I love you guys. Start growing. Start now. God bless you guys.